Willkommen zurück zu einem neuen Video für Einfach Storage. Heute habe ich einen ganz besonderen Gesprächsgast bei mir, und zwar Andy Walls. Andy Walls ist ein IBM Fellow, und ein IBM Fellow ist innerhalb der IBM was ganz Besonderes. Es gibt nur relativ wenige davon, etwa 100 Stück. Und es ist in der IBM die höchste Auszeichnung in einer technischen Karriere und von daher etwas ganz Besonderes. Und Andy ist der IBM Storage Fellow. Und von daher ist es toll, ihn heute bei uns zu haben. Hey Andy, it's a privilege to have you.
Thank you for this time.
Sure. Thanks for being on our Einfach Storage channel. I just mentioned that you are the IBM Fellow for IBM Storage, and so we are of course curious on what's on your mind these days on storage and what is driving you as an IBM Fellow.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that I focus on. One, and we'll be talking about a lot here at this conference for storage days, is cyber resilience. All right, it is scary how ransomware is infiltrating many of our businesses. You know, I think I saw a statistic today of 45% of businesses have been hit with ransomware in the past year, and that is sad. And when you think about places like hospitals and banks and things, when they take a ransomware attack, serious things can happen. Patients have even died as a result. So I'm thinking, how can we put the capability into storage to help detect that early, so then you can start recovery and get your data back?
And why is the early detection so important from your point of view?
Yeah, the earlier that we can detect it, then when you go to the most recent snapshot, when you go to the most recent data to recover your data, then there's less corruption and less data is lost.
Yeah.
And you can start immediately. And the sooner you can begin with the forensics to see what happened, the easier it's going to be to recover and the less the damage. And you don't have to pay the ransom. That's what we're working to do.
That's a great target to strive for, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And how can technology facilitate this endeavor?
Yeah. What we're already doing, we started doing it in the second quarter. We are sending back to Storage Insights sampling of what we call entropy. And entropy was invented in 1948, and it's a measure of how random the data is.
Mm-hmm.
A ransomware attack often will encrypt the data so that you can't use it. And to get the keys, you have to pay a ransom. All right. Well, if I can detect that data is being encrypted early and do that by sampling entropy to say, oh, we're starting to encrypt. It wasn't before, and now it is, and the compressibility is dropping as well, then we can detect an anomaly and give to the administrator earlier than before, giving him the information he needs and telling him which volumes, by the way, this is happening, which he can then associate with the application and the server and start to look into what to do.
So it's very granular, huh?
And very granular, yeah.
Almost in time or instantaneous,
Correct.
right? So
Correct.
That's impressive. Yeah.
And we're going to continue to improve that in the future.
And the impact, I assume, on the RPO and RTO for the customer is then immense, right? So
Zero.
yeah.
No impact to the performance whatsoever. We made sure of that. And that's why we're sampling. We don't take it on every single IOP today.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to move to that,
Mm-hmm.
but we're sampling to minimize that impact.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Great piece of technology
Thank you.
invented from IBM.
That's right.
That will help, I think, a lot of customers to reduce the impact of ransom and the evil being out there. So
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Andy, for being on our channel. That's very inspiring. Great having you here, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much, Thorsten.
Sure, absolutely.
All right. Bye.
Vielen Dank und bis bald zu einem neuen Video auf Einfach Storage. Danke. Tschüss.